guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the Q&A that I posted on Instagram last Monday, so about a week ago. I do these randomly. I sometimes forget about them, but then you guys will be like, when's the next Q&A? So if you ever want to see a Q&A and you haven't seen one in a while, feel free to leave a comment on Instagram reminding me like, hey, you haven't done a Q&A in a while. But if you're not following me on Instagram, it's just at Glisten Fit, which this is the photo, which you can't even see it, but it's fine. This is a photo that I posted, there you go, last Monday asking you guys what questions you wanted me to answer, which I got quite a few, so I don't know if I'll be able to answer all of them in this video, but if not, I will do my best to make a part 2. So let's go ahead and jump right into the questions. Okay, question number 1, she says, what do you eat/take after a workout to help keep you feeling good and help minimize soreness and fatigue the next day? When I'm lifting super heavy, so aka leg day, I like to take aminos during my workout and then I finish them after my workout. I talked about them on Instagram last week too, I think, but BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, are the building blocks of protein, and they really help with muscle soreness and fatigue, and they also help stimulate muscle growth. So that is one of the few supplements that I do take, which I will post a picture on the screen right here of the ones that I'm taking. They are wonderful, they taste delicious, and I absolutely love them. And then it's really important after you work out to get in a good post-workout meal. I personally like to eat protein and carbs after my workout. That kind of helps give me energy for the rest of the day. Next question, this one has 2 questions wrapped up into one, so I'll do them one at a time. What do you struggle with as far as roadblocks that you have to motivate yourself over to keep up regular workouts? For me, I would say time. I don't know if all of you guys know, but I do work 3 jobs. It's about to be 2, so don't think that I'm too crazy. And then I also am a full-time student. I have school Monday through Thursday. So I would say time is definitely the biggest roadblock that I have to deal with. And the way that I kind of get over it is I like results. I am a results-driven kind of person. So when I start to see results, then I want to continue doing what I'm doing. So I've been waking up a little bit earlier each day just to ensure that I get my workout in first thing during the day. So if you struggle with time, you might have to sacrifice sleeping in a little bit, but hey, if that's your priority, then it's worth it. And then the next part of her question was, what has been the most unexpected reward you've seen as a result of your dedication to fitness? Obviously seeing like the outward physical changes is awesome. It's always a bonus, but I would say the amount of women that have come up to me or emailed me or commented or tweeted at me or whatever, telling me thank you for inspiring them and just helping them, you know, build confidence and love who they are, like that is huge. I never expected to impact so many people when I first started, and there's still so many people that I'd love to impact, so I would definitely say that that has been the biggest unexpected reward. And then the next question, I have seen all kinds of crap about bananas being awful for you. What is your take on that? I don't eat 10 a day or anything, however, I can't imagine giving them up. In a short response, I am pro banana. I don't see anything wrong. I'm not one of those people who will cut out like a fruit or a vegetable based on like trendy diets or whatever. Obviously, like she said, if you're not sitting around eating 10 bananas a day, then I don't really see an issue, especially if you're eating them. Like, I love bananas pre-workout because they are high in sugar and high in carbs, and they will give you energy to get you through a workout. So I say, if you like bananas, eat a banana. It's not going to kill you. Next question, what's your favorite sort of treat? I would say I love cheese, I love Mexican food, I love barbecue, I love chocolate, I love froyo. There's not just one treat that I love. And then the next question she has is, do you ever go out for coffee? Yes, I do. And if you do, what is your go-to order? I don't go out for coffee very often, honestly, because I just like the way it tastes when I make it at home better. But if I'm in a pinch and I have to grab some, I usually will just run through Starbucks drive-thru, and I always struggle when I'm ordering. I'm like, sorry, I don't know the order that I'm supposed to say all this stuff in, so if I screw this up, then whatever. I always get a tall, iced, like light roast coffee. with no milk or cream or sugar or anything, so like a plain iced coffee, and then I have them add 3 pumps of sugar-free hazelnut syrup, and that's it. It's very bland, very boring, but I like it. Next question, what are your thoughts on fasted cardio? I'm really trying to cut fat and have been having such a hard time with it, especially around my midsection. I know cardio is a factor, but I don't want to lose any muscle either. Any tips or tricks to help with that? HIIT cardio is your best friend. High intensity interval training, specifically sprints, are going to really help shed fat, especially in the midsection, while maintaining your muscle. That is why I am such a huge fan of HIIT cardio. I personally do it 2, sometimes 3 days a week. It is incredible. I've seen results personally from doing HIIT cardio. That's my answer. As far as fasted cardio goes, I mean, to each their own. I don't do fasted cardio because to me, the thought of doing cardio without eating kind of makes me want to die a little bit. But if you can do it, then, I mean, go for it. Next question. I know you claim to be type A like me. Yes, definitely, 100%. Do you ever struggle with the all or nothing mentality? And if so, how do you overcome it? Sometimes, not as much now as I used to when I first started with my health and fitness journey. But now that I've kind of found, it's all about, obviously you guys hear this all the time, finding balance. I would say if I ever do get in that trap where I'm like, oh, all or nothing, then I kind of take a step back and see, I kind of assess why I'm having that attitude. So, okay, am I stressed out about school? Is that why I'm like freaking out over my health and fitness? Or, you know what I mean? Like everything kind of ties together. So you have to kind of take a step back. And if you need to take a short break from like your workouts, or if you need to have like a treat meal or something, then do that. But I mean, some people, they just are all or nothing, and that works for them, but I'm not an all or nothing kind of girl. I like my treat meals. I like my rest days. So I would say you just have to figure out what works for you. Okay, the next one, she has a couple wrapped up into one, so I'll do those one by one. She said, first, fitness. I'm a new member of Glisten Online Gym. Yay, thank you. She said, do any of the workouts use machines? I'm just curious because I love the cable machine. None of the workouts in the videos are using machines, mostly because I film the workouts at home and I don't have access to a lot of machines at my house. But you can take a lot of the moves, like if there are like lateral raises or front raises or anything like that, and you can do them on the cable machine. Just don't use the dumbbells. And then her next question, what is the hardest thing for you with your lifestyle? Some days I feel like I've got the eating down, others the gym, and then others where I feel like I barely know my name with all the tracking. How do you manage? I'm a very, very, very organized person, so I think that helps. I write everything down. You guys have seen my workout journals. I always am writing down like the workouts that I'm going to do. I typically will sit down on Sunday and write down all the workouts that I'm going to do for the week. Eating, it's kind of, since I've been eating healthy for so long, it's kind of second nature to me and I don't really have to think about it, so I'm really thankful for that. So just stay consistent and eventually things are going to become habit and just become part of who you are. All my friends and family know that I'm into eating healthy, so they kind of expect that from me, and it's what I do. But there definitely are days, don't get me wrong, where I feel like a freaking crazy person. So on those days, again, this kind of relates to another question. I would say sometimes you just kind of have to remove yourself from the situation, take a step back, take a nice deep breath, and just kind of assess where you're at. Why are you feeling so stressed out? Why are you feeling so overwhelmed? Do you need a break, etc.? Next question. Is it possible to lose fat and build muscle at the same time? Oh my gosh, people ask me this all the time. How many calories should you eat to encourage muscle growth? I'd like to build muscle definition in my upper body and glutes/hams, but cut fat in my midsection. Is this possible? And then someone else did little arrows to ask that question as well. We have a little visitor. Okay, you guys are probably not going to really like my answer to this question. The answer is technically yes, you can, but I would not suggest it. I personally would never try to build muscle while losing fat at the same time, like both being my primary goals. if you think about it, in order to build muscle, you need to be in a caloric surplus, and in order to lose fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So even though you might be able to achieve both things, you're going to be doing a mediocre job if you're trying to do them at the same time. So I would suggest focusing on one and then focusing on the other, but not focusing on them at the same time. But I have a little bit of good news. I would say that when I'm focusing on really, building muscle, as long as I keep a little bit of HIIT cardio, so if I'm doing my interval training sprints twice, 2 or 3 times a week, that really does help with the midsection that a lot of people seem to struggle with. So even though I'm not necessarily like focusing on losing fat, because of the way that I have my training set up, both goals are kind of being met, but just not as in like losing weight necessarily. But the sprints and then making sure that my diet is on point really help kind of keep this area under control, even in the process of building muscle. And just a little side note, I noticed in the question that she said that she wanted to build muscle but lose weight in her midsection. Another little piece of, I guess, bad news is you can't spot reduce. So unfortunately, we cannot be like, where do I want to lose fat? And then train a specific way in order to lose fat in just that area. In order to see fat loss, you're just going to have to lower your overall body fat percentage, which, like I said, you can't choose where that's going to be happening. That's another reason why I personally don't think that having the goals of losing fat and building muscle at the same time is necessarily the best way to go. I know you eat tons of asparagus. It's one of my favorite veggies too. There's just one issue. Every time I eat it, my pee smells horrible. Does this happen to you too, or is it just me? When I first started eating, if you guys don't know, I eat asparagus with like probably 2 of my meals every single day. When I first started eating it a lot, my pee smelled horrible. It was kind of embarrassing, but I mean, it is what it is. And then I would say now it doesn't really, okay, this is kind of weird, but the skinny asparagus, so like the stalks that are not super huge, they don't really make my pee smell anymore, but which I prefer the taste of those because I don't like the big, huge stalks. You guys know what I'm talking about. But if that's all that they have at the store and I have to buy them and the stalks are like this big around and it's like really juicy, fat asparagus, then yes, my pee still smells. I say just get some air freshener. Next question, how do you fit everything in that you need to do without losing your mind? I do lose my mind. Don't let me fool you. I don't have as much going on as you do, but I constantly feel frantic and behind despite being pretty type A, organized list maker. You seem like you do it all. Well, that's really sweet. Like I said, don't let me fool you. Social media and YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all that, those are like what you guys have probably all heard this before, like highlight reels. Like, obviously I'm not showing you guys pictures of me having a mental breakdown crying on the couch because who wants to see that on Instagram? That doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes. But I just want to make it very, very, very clear to you guys that I do not have all of my stuff together all the time. I am just like you guys, where I feel like a lunatic half the time. But you just have to surround yourself with really encouraging and supportive people. I would say that has been the biggest game changer for me. My family, my husband, my friends, they're all so encouraging, and they just kind of help ground me when I feel like I'm out of control, and they remind me what I'm capable of. They remind me what my goals are. So I would say when you're feeling extra crazy, just kind of run to those people in your life and be like, remind me who I am, reminds me what I'm doing. And that is super, super helpful. And then this video is getting kind of long, so we'll do one more question. Do you ever take a certain amount of days off from working out just to let your body rest, aside from your normal 1 or 2 rest days a week? Nope, I don't, which I know some people are like, oh, that's so terrible, you need to let your body rest. But taking 1 rest day a week for me is plenty. Some people, their bodies need the extra rest, but me, mentally, working out is like my thing. Like, I feel more stressed out and tired and just like run down if I don't work out. So I feel like if I took some days off, that it would do me more harm than it would good. Which, if you are going to only do 1 or 2 rest days a week and not take like a couple days off or whatever to like give yourself a break, just make sure that you're stretching, you're foam rolling, you're taking care of your body, and it will take care of you. But anyways, those are all of the questions that I have time to answer today. I will try to get to the other ones in another video. If you guys like this video, you like the Q&As, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you guys so much for asking the questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.